Hello, and welcome back to Sweet Life Astrology. With the first half of 2023 swiftly coming to an end, it's time to see what the second half of the year has in store for us all, so that we can sidestep any pitfalls and reach the heights that we were meant for. Find out what special dates are going to pop up for you and what areas of your life they will impact. Stay tuned to find out what the stars say for your sign, and for any special friends and family too. Aries, brand new you. The first half of your 2023 Aries horoscope is all about reinventing yourself. As you kick off a new 12-year chapter of your life, out with the old, refresh everything from your image and style to what you do for a living. Money is a big focus in the second half of the year. You could get a nice pay bump, but be careful not to spend it all in one place. Stay open to unexpected work opportunities, possibly a job with travel or relocation. From July 2023 onward, you'll feel an urgent need to follow your calling. A key relationship will need to be renegotiated so that you have room to do you. Making sacrifices for your significant other or taking one for the team is great, to a point, but not at the expense of your own dreams. Be mindful of the friends you invite into your circle this spring and summer. Not all of them will have pure intentions, no matter how they present themselves. Love. Soulmate or bust? High stakes, high intensity loving is on deck for Rams while the karmic South Node rolls through Scorpio until July 17th. On May 5th, the Scorpio lunar eclipse could cement a long-term bond or break it apart, at least for this lifetime. Whatever you decide, you won't be at a loss for summer love match opportunities. Ardent Venus sachets through Leo from June 5th to October 8th, serving peak romantic experiences. While Venus is retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd, you could reconnect to the one that got away, or finally sort out drama with your +1. Peaceful balance is restored once the karmic lunar South Node shifts into Libra on July 17th and helps you negotiate your needs. That sweet serenity could lead you into marital bliss before January 11th, 2025. Career and money. Get ready for prime time. Maximizer Jupiter blazes a trail through Aries until May 16th, increasing your visibility. That's not all. The destiny-driven North Node will visit Aries for the first time in nearly 2 decades, from July 17th to January 11th, 2025. Rich career opportunities are available all year, whether you're expanding your role within an organization or entering a cutting-edge field. Move ahead confidently and make sure to take precautions. Jupiter can bring overnight success, but it can also sweep you into raw deals. Spend conservatively and make a budget for a lawyer if contracts are involved. Get ready for a cash influx when Jupiter heads into money-earning Taurus for a year on May 16th. While the transits above encourage you to ask for more, when the transformative Pluto retrograde enters business-minded Capricorn in your 10th house of social status on Sunday, June 11th, you're tasked with setting up boundaries and learning to say no. Pluto retrograde is about paying attention to potentially toxic situations and removing yourself. Of course, that's tricky in this economy. Few of us have the luxury of turning down work right now. However, if you set boundaries, you avoid burnout, which is detrimental to your mental and physical health and makes you less productive in the long run. Later in 2023, you continue to advocate for your needs when the communication planet Mercury enters Capricorn in your 10th house of social status on Friday, December 1st. This transit sees you receiving more public praise for your work and stepping into the spotlight. So expect positive feedback, an increase in followers, or simply the great feeling of being proud of yourself. Friendship. This year is bookended by a pair of full moons in family-focused Cancer, putting cherished bonds in the spotlight. A child or an older relative may require more care, which could shift matters under your roof. Some Aries may be ready for a total relocation, which could feel both blessedly overdue and bittersweet. With transformational Pluto weaving between dutiful Capricorn and experimental Aquarius, you'll need to strike a balance between supporting your peeps and exploring new friendships. Get involved in groups centered around altruism and activism. Health. Remember, Aries, everything is tied to your health, whether we're talking about love, friendship, or work. You're a busy sign, but don't forget self-care. If you do, your risk of burnout in 2023 increases, and you risk jeopardizing your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. You're reminded of the importance of self-care when your ruling planet Mars enters caring Virgo in your 6th house of health on Monday, July 10th. Treat yourself to a massage, more sleep, or indulge in mindfulness through skincare. Chiron, an astrologically significant comet known as the Wounded Healer, goes retrograde in your sign on Sunday, July 23rd, where it will stay until Tuesday, December 26th. During this time, which you've survived many other years, so don't worry. Your job is to tend to lingering wounds and unresolved trauma. Whether you connect with your support system, chosen family, therapist, or another avenue of healing, it's essential to dedicate time to your well-being, just like you pour energy into your love life. Taurus. Your zodiac sign is famous for consistency, but the only constant in year 2023 is change. Don't worry, Taurus. Change is good, and it's lucky, especially in the second half of this year, when a fresh 12-year chapter of your life begins anew. In the first few months of 2023, push yourself to lovingly release people and situations that are no longer serving you. Distance yourself from draining friendships and energy vampires. Your reward? Sweet success. If your career's been moving at a slower pace for the past few years, get ready for professional liftoff this spring. A surprising supporter could emerge to champion your work and open doors. Where did they come from? Keep everything on the up and up and avoid any shortcuts or shady schemes. The temptation to gamble will be strong in 2023, but this is ultimately a marathon, not a sprint. Love and romance. Where's the balance between me and we? That's the question, as the North Node hovers in Taurus until July 17th. If you've been hyperextending yourself in relationships, rein that in. In 2023, developing your own interests makes you highly attractive, and it might be the warning shot your significant other needs to step up their game. Meanwhile, a karmic South Node in Scorpio could connect you to a meant-to-be mate. Has a relationship been rocky? The May 5th lunar eclipse delivers a critical choose or lose moment. If it's all green flags, you'll enjoy a sentimental summer, while your ruler, romantic Venus, gets cozy in Leo from June 5th to October 8th. Cohabitation or other home matters could be on the table, but brace for speed bumps while Venus is retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd. Some of you Tauruses will see yourself committing to someone or even moving in together and getting engaged. Others will take on the equally important task of ending relationships past their expiration date. Just be aware that Venus is retrograde from Saturday, July 22nd to Sunday, September 3rd. While this shouldn't ruin your year, don't get your feelings hurt if major romantic moments such as moving in together, becoming primary partners, or marriage proposals only happen once the planet is direct. career, and money. With so much fresh start energy swirling around, Taurus might not be sure which direction to charge in first. Not only is renegade Uranus electrifying your sign all year, but on May 16th, horizon expanding Jupiter bounds into Taurus for the first time in a decade. Comfort zone? What's that? With the galactic gambler pouring Miracle Grow on your life until May 25th, 2024, seize any opportunity to travel, learn, and experiment with new income models. You've already been stretching since the lunar north node landed in Taurus on January 18th, 2022. Good news for your 2023 Taurus horoscope comes mid-year. You'll have that destiny-driven fuel in your tanks until July 17th. Your dedicated exploration could bring a rich manifestation with the Taurus full moon on October 28th, the final lunar eclipse in a trio that began on November 19th, 2021. And as powerhouse Pluto weaves in and out of your career zone, starting March 23rd, you're heading back into boss mode for a fresh 21-year cycle. From Saturday, July 22nd to Sunday, September 3rd, Venus retrogrades. Because Venus rules money, in addition to love and beauty, it's smartest to ask for any raises before or after the abundant planet partakes in its backward dance. However, there are exceptions to every rule. When the lucky planet Jupiter enters your sign on Tuesday, May 16th, it's a great time to ask for what you want. This transit scatters magic glitter on all areas of your life. So if you can't wait until Venus retrograde ends to go after that new job or raise, Tuesday, May 16th is an advantageous time to do so. Friends and family. Family reunion time. Your ruling star Venus bounds through Leo, showering your fourth house of kin with sentimental vibes from June 5th to October 8th. Reconnect with relatives or chosen family to celebrate your bond. Heads up, Venus spins retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd, which could throw a wrench in planning or arouse some old feuds. Try to schedule any big events before or after those dates. With Saturn heading into your community zone for 3 years this March 7th, you'll be influenced by the company you keep. Join an elite networking group, apply for that country club, or take on a board member position for a community organization. One crucial reason nourishing your friendships is so important this year is that lover Venus is retrograde from Saturday, July 22nd to Sunday, September 3rd. When Venus is retrograde, your love life may feel at a standstill. There's nothing wrong with that. It's unrealistic to expect every day to contain forward romantic momentum. Sometimes it's best to enjoy life as it is. Rather than put pressure on your love life during Venus retrograde, make more plans with friends, such as dinner parties, nights out dancing, or even a weekend getaway. A full moon in Wise Pisces in your 11th house of friendship on Wednesday, August 30th is the perfect night to host an event. Remember this celebration when the winter holidays begin, and you may need a break or boundaries with blood relatives. Your chosen family is just as valid, so text the group and decide who's hosting the next gathering. Health. As a sensual earth sign ruled by luxurious Venus, you know a thing or two about self-care, Taurus. The biggest mistake people make when discussing your sign is using words like lazy. You're not lazy. You just understand that leisure makes you happier and more productive in the long run. When astrologers talk about health, they're rarely speaking about medical problems. Instead, health in astrology points to what you can control. One thing you can control is allocating more time for rest and relaxation. If you have a case of the blues, try to figure out the origin, but also remember that it's okay to feel your feelings, and we all experienced sadness at times. Circle Saturday, October 28th in your calendar, as there's a full moon and lunar eclipse in your sign, Taurus. While this is no cause for alarm, eclipses can be anxiety-provoking times and leave everyone on edge. As a result, these are usually nights best enjoyed alone or binging TV with a trusted friend to avoid getting sucked into drama. You only want to have drama in one area of your life, and that's beauty routine. Just don't make any drastic changes to your appearance while Venus is retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd. While this isn't the best time for a shockingly different haircut, it is another reminder to lean into self-love activities such as baths, skincare, and sleep. Gemini. Mercury is retrograde from Wednesday, August 23rd to Friday, September 15th, and Wednesday, December 13th through Monday, January 1st, 2024. Go ahead and mark these down and keep them in mind while watching the rest of your horoscope, but try not to give in to Mercury retrograde hysteria. Yes, it can be annoying, and yes, because Mercury is your ruling planet, it can affect you more than other sun signs. However, you've also survived it many times and will do the same this year. Worrying about Mercury retrograde is counterproductive. Remember, you're a Gemini. You can charm your way through anything. Your season begins on Sunday, May 21st and goes through Wednesday, June 21st. These dates will perhaps be the most social time of year for you, and you're allowed to have as many birthday parties as you desire. As the social butterfly of the Zodiac, you're used to having a busy social calendar. However, make sure to integrate rest into your 2023, or you risk burnout. Keep reading for more astro tips and tricks about how to make 2023 an epic year in your love life, friendships, career, and health. In the second half of your 2023 Gemini horoscope, cultivate your artistic and spiritual gifts and release what no longer serves you. You're preparing for a new 12-year chapter in 2024. This is a time to sort the crops and decide what you'll bring into the next decade plus of your life. Stay curious and humble, as life could serve important lessons in unexpected packages. Love and relationships. As you probably know, you have a reputation for being a heartbreaker, Gemini. Your flirting skills are impressive, and whether you have multiple partners or are asexual, you rarely suffer from a lack of romantic attention. However, during the first few months of 2023, while you will continue to be happy in your relationships, your love life isn't your primary focus. You're concentrated on self-care, friendships, and getting ahead at work, which you should lean into. By the time spring begins, the spotlight turns to your love life, so you'll be thankful that other aspects of your life are well attended to. Later in the year, sparks fly when Mercury enters Libra, the sign of balance and partnership, and lights up your 5th house of pleasure on Wednesday, October 4th. This not only helps you open up and talk about your desires. Conversations may refocus from fantasy and sweet nothings to define the relationship discussions when your ruling planet Mercury enters talkative Sagittarius and your 7th house of partnership on Friday, November 10th. For some people, this means more commitment, while other Geminis may find themselves leaving stagnant relationships for the joy of single life. So tap into your intuition and make sure to trust yourself. You'll need to beware of miscommunications when Mercury retrograde enters independent Sagittarius on Saturday, December 23rd. If you know what you want, you'll easily express your truth to others. Attached, fill up the cultural calendar with dates to keep your attention from wandering. A definite risk while Venus spins retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd. When the South Node settles into Libra in your 5th house of romance and fertility from July 17th to January 11th, 2025, it's peak season for attracting a soulmate or taking a big next step with your meant-to-be mate. Career. Professional growth opportunities are incoming when industrious Saturn sets up shop in Pisces in your 10th house of career on March 7th. This 3-year cycle is all about establishing yourself as a pro, building credibility and longevity. First step, get a worthy goal in your crosshairs. With go-getter Mars in Gemini until March 25th, you'll have fuel in your tanks to explore different work arrangements, or make a bold pitch. These leaps can move the needle, but since Saturn plays the long game, there will be dues to pay. Stay on your grind while the South Node lingers in your industrious 6th house until July 17th. This is prime time to train yourself and learn the ropes of a new system. And if you exceed expectations, the May 5th lunar eclipse could bring a job offer, even a position created especially for you. By the time summer rolls around, you are empowered to vocalize your worth when your ruling planet, Mercury, enters carrying Cancer and your 2nd house of possessions on Monday, June 26th. Remember, no astrologer can promise money, but this transit is an astrologically beneficial time to ask for a raise. Because our 2nd house of possessions also includes new emotions, we own these too. It's advantageous to practice gratitude around this time and implement a glass half full attitude. Another day with the potential for abundance to mark in your calendar is Monday, November 27th, which brings a full moon in your sign. Full moons are times of manifestations. So if you've been asking for a raise or didn't see negotiations wrap up during the new moon in Pisces, this lunation later in the year could have your back. Everyone feels like they're struggling when it comes to asking for more money. However, for the sake of your emotional well-being, make sure to celebrate all the good news you can get. Friendships. Communication flows much easier within your social circles when your ruling planet, Mercury, enters your sign on Sunday, June 11th. This transit puts any eclipse-related fights to bed and sees you and your loved ones ready to support and lift each other up. All of summer 2023 points to epic adventures with friends. There is a new moon in your sign on Sunday, June 18th, which is also Father's Day. As a result, some Geminis will need to lean on friends extra hard during this lunation. But even if you have a great relationship with your dad, it's a beautiful time to at least send texts to your friends to connect with your chosen family. The theme of prioritizing friends at times over lovers or blood relatives continues when Vesta, an asteroid associated with independence and relationships, enters your sign on Thursday, June 22nd. Continue to work time for platonic relationships through the end of the year. As the leaves change colors and the winter holidays begin, not only will this help keep your friendship solid, but it's beneficial for your love life too. After all, you need someone to bitch about your significant other to. Health. When astrologers talk about health, they aren't looking to scare you about possible physical ailments. That's between you and your doctor. Instead, astrology can be helpful in reminding us of the importance of self-love and how our environment can influence our health. Family is an important theme for you in 2023. Particularly deciding who is worth your time and love, chosen family included, and when you need firm boundaries. As an air sign, you go with the flow, Gemini, but sometimes you must take a stance regarding your mental health. On Thursday, June 22nd, Vesta, the asteroid of spirituality, enters your sign, Gemini. This sees a deepening in your spiritual practice, whether that's more meditation and tarot cards, going to church, or connecting with ancestors. Of course, this transit doesn't mean that you need to be religious. Still, it does remind you that such rituals can be beneficial for your emotional well-being and mental health. It also offers help regarding any difficult decisions. Set healthy intentions during the new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th, such as picking up a hobby outside of work. Finally, as the year comes to a close, get ready for spiritual healing when Vesta goes retrograde in your sign on Wednesday, December 20th. When the asteroid of spirituality entered your sign back in June, you became more in touch with your spiritual nature. Now that it's retrograde in your sign, you're tasked with reviewing your spiritual practice once again. Overall, 2023 sees you going through much spiritual growth, Gemini, so keep an open mind and don't be surprised if you see yourself engaging in a new type of spiritual growth around this time. Cancer. No more hiding in your shell, Cancer. The crabs coming out of the bag. The 2023 stars show you coming into your own, rising up as an inspiring leader and innovator. No need to stand in the spotlight's harsh glare, unless you want to, of course. You could lead a team to victory and shine in the role of super connector, working behind the scenes. Got a yearning to start your own business, write, or return to school? The next couple of years support a slow and steady path toward those dreams. In the second half of 2023, balancing your personal and professional pursuits could take extra negotiating. If you're the typical caretaker Cancer, it's time to move away from being the world's maternal figure and start setting firm, healthy boundaries. Aim to empower others, not enable. You may need to do some deep inner work, as doing so could drive up some shadowy old fears about abandonment, trust, and belonging. Your season begins on Wednesday, June 21st, and goes through Sunday, July 22nd. As an intuitive sign, you know deep down that life is worth celebrating every day, especially during your season. You are encouraged to treat all of Cancer season like your birthday and enjoy as much fun as possible. While full moons mark culminations, new moons mark fresh starts, so expect a birthday surprise or two. Keep listening to learn what 2023 means for your love life, friendships, career, and health. Love. The following month, prepare for positive relationship transformation when Pluto retrograde enters industrious Capricorn in your 7th house of partnership on Sunday, June 11th. For most people, this transit sees us problem-solving minor misunderstandings within our relationships. However, like the eclipse, Pluto retrograde asks you to say goodbye to anything that's not serving you. The word breakup is scary to read in a horoscope, but staying in an unhealthy relationship past its expiration date is even scarier. Should a relationship come to a close around this time, remind yourself that it's for the best and lean extra hard on your platonic support system. Juno, the asteroid of commitment, enters your sign on Thursday, June 22nd, the day after your season begins, Cancer, further supporting that any changes during an eclipse or Pluto retrograde were necessary. This transit sees you deepening an existing relationship or meeting someone worth your commitment. A cycle completes on Monday, July 3rd, during the full moon in Capricorn in your 7th house of partnership. Most of the movement in the stars and your love life happens during the first half of the year, which, far from being boring, indicates that you'll get any romantic challenges out of the way. Then, with the hard work already done, spend the second half of 2023 simply enjoying the love and pleasure that comes your way. Friendship. So many friends, so little time. Your popularity is set to soar once boundless Jupiter heads into Taurus in your 11th house of community on May 16th. And with the lunar north node in this zone until July 17th, you're keen to spread your wings and find kindred spirits, both virtually and in real life. Family obligations could get a bit heavier after July 17th, once the south node settles into Libra. While your duty-bound sign would never shirk such responsibilities, don't fall into the martyr role. With a bit of ingenuity, you can support your loved ones while also taking care of yourself. Chosen family is on your mind when Vesta, an asteroid and goddess of the home, enters your sign on Wednesday, September 13th. You're a sign associated with the house and family, Cancer. While that doesn't mean that you adhere to traditional values, it does mean that you thrive best with a happy home life. You and your friends experience a rush of attention during the full moon in Aries and your 10th house of social status on Friday, September 29th. There's a reason to celebrate, whether you're the one with the good news or your best friend. Perhaps you both have reason to pop some champagne. This transit bodes well for networking too. If you meet friends who turn into professional connections, don't feel guilty. it's okay for friends to help one another. Overall, 2023 sees you having a blast with friends. The full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus and your 11th house of friendship bring a forecast of drama on Saturday, October 28th. Follow the same rules as the earlier eclipse and do your best to stay on good terms with everyone by riding out the eclipse alone, avoiding too much alcohol, and generally keeping the peace. Career. Keep an eye out for financial good luck when Venus enters Leo in your second house of possessions on Monday, June 5th. Regardless of harsh realities, some days are astrologically more beneficial for money, and this is one of them. Your second house of possessions also includes your emotions, so this transit also sees you feeling more confident in your abilities at work. Additionally, advocating for your needs and better compensation becomes easier when the messenger planet Mercury enters your sign on Monday, June 26th. In all of 2023, expect the most professional change, recognition, and hopefully money during luxurious Leo season, which starts on July 23rd and goes through August 23rd. Just remember that taking a page from Leo's book, cats need plenty of rest. Integrate downtime into your professional schedule now through the rest of the year, or you risk burnout as the pace picks up. On March 7th, slow and steady Saturn heads into Pisces in your enterprising 9th house. This 3-year cycle can support Cancers who want to open a business, develop online courses, or write a book. Take your time with these initiatives. A 20-year wealth-building cycle begins with Pluto's shift into Aquarius from March 23rd to June 11th. Health. Stay on top of your health all year, especially around the eclipses, Cancer, by getting enough rest. Overall, 2023 bodes well for your health. In astrology, dates that correspond with your 6th house of health don't mean you need to worry about physical injury or illness. Instead, they mostly remind you that your state of mind and environment are crucial to wellness. The first date that significantly puts your health in the spotlight is a full moon in Sagittarius in your 6th house of health on Saturday, June 3rd. Don't worry, Cancer. This doesn't mean anything scary, but if you've been putting wellness off, whether getting enough sleep or going to the dentist about that toothache, follow the bright full moon's advice and get it over with. Our 6th house of health also rules organization and reminds us to stay on top of our schedules. Remember, rest is essential. Leo. In 2023, you'll yearn to spread your wings, so let your adventurous Leo spirit roam free. You've been cultivating some big ideas, and in the second half of the year, for your 2023 Leo horoscope, you might be ready to take one to prime time. An exciting new career opportunity could be in the making, but you may need more support from loved ones to pull this off. Old issues around power, trust, and control could arise. Sort through those before leaping into any financial entanglements or binding relationships. While you're a mighty force of nature, you can't do other people's emotional work for them. Instead of micromanaging, focus on your own interests. Cultivate a new hobby, start a podcast, or draft a few chapters of your memoir. You'll also want to avoid additional stress during your season, which runs from Saturday, July 22nd to Wednesday, August 23rd. You are ruled by the Sun, Leo, and represented by a majestic lion. It's your responsibility to celebrate your birthday as much as possible. Not only do you deserve to have some fun, but so do your friends. Leos often inspire others to shine bright, especially during your season. Keep watching to learn how 2023 affects your love life, friendships, career, and health. Love. Love planet Venus will spend 4 rare months in Leo from June 5th to October 8th. During that time, you'll have more fawning admirers than you will know what to do with. Brace yourself. Venus spins retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd. Unresolved issues could rear up and you might get tangled up with an ex. Confusion may not dissipate until after October 8th, so go easy on yourself and everyone around you. There is a part of you that craves passion. One of Leo's ongoing tasks is to distinguish healthy lust for life from unhealthy chaos, especially in romantic relationships. So when Mars, the warrior of the gods, enters your sign on Saturday, May 20th, be careful of picking fights with romantic interests. This energy is aggressive, and it's your job to channel the mood in healthy ways, such as through fetishes and kinks, rather than take on a combative attitude. Shortly after, Saturday, June 3rd, brings a full moon in Sagittarius in your 5th house of pleasure, which brings sensuality your way. And remember, sex and intimacy don't have to be separate. Long-term relationships can continue to burn red hot, especially when there's a fiery Leo like yourself involved. Conversely, casual dating can be emotionally intimate, even if you're not interested in something long-term. With this in mind, prepare for summer romance when the romantic planet Venus enters your sign Leo on Monday, June 5th. For some Leos, this sees the start of sweet summer flings. For others, relationships level up. Just try to avoid making any significant decisions about your love life when Venus goes retrograde in your sign starting on Saturday, July 22nd, where she will stay through Sunday, September 3rd. Career. You're on a growth trajectory in your 2023 Leo horoscope. With expansive Jupiter and Aries parked in the ivory tower of your 9th house until May 16th, you could train with a master or enroll in a degree program. On July 17th, the fate-fueling North Node shifts into Aries for 18 months, further stoking your quest for knowledge. Think global expansion, from wooing remote clients to giving the digital nomad life a whirl. Make sure your passport is up to date. Pallas, an asteroid associated with creativity and making difficult decisions, enters your sign Leo on Tuesday, May 2nd. While Pallas is in Leo, you are tasked with confronting some professional issue, whether to accept a new offer, stay on your current path, or advocate for a better work-life balance. Trust yourself around this time. Engage in meditation or other spiritual work, and reach out to your support system to help remind yourself of your worth. However, you make the best choices for yourself, because when lucky Jupiter enters Taurus and your 10th house of social status on Tuesday, May 16th, you receive your desired recognition. You're in the mood to fight to get ahead when the warrior planet Mars enters organized Virgo in your 2nd house of possessions on Monday, July 10th. This means that money is in your mind, but as mentioned, because the 2nd house of possessions also correlates with your emotions, mostly you want to be happy. Thankfully, the next day, communication flows easily at work when Mercury enters your sign on Tuesday, July 11th, helping you ask for what you want. Just, once again, don't be discouraged if your wishes come true right away. As anyone who ever prayed or wished upon an eyelash knows, we need to leave room for the universe to do its thing. With that in mind, abundance is in the air, and Venus enters Virgo on Sunday, October 8th. Circle this date in your calendar. Not only does it have the potential for promising financial news, but it will be excellent for self-esteem. Friendship. In between summer romance, June sees you catching up with friends, especially when Mercury enters Gemini on Sunday, June 11th. Thanks to the influence of chatty Gemini, this is a great time for gossip as long as it's lighthearted and harmless. You don't want to say anything you regret or burn bridges within your friend groups. Following the themes above, remember your friendships are the backbone of all your relationships, so continue to devote time to them. In particular, the new moon in Gemini on Sunday, June 18th is an ideal date for nurturing friendships. The only date that warrants a warning is a full moon in gossip-loving Gemini on Monday, November 27th, which lights up your 11th house of friendship. Because full moons can leave us all anxious and on edge, it's a time when we give in to petty impulses. Beware of bickering about friends during this lunation, by opting for a night in. Considering this full moon takes place right in the middle of the holiday season, you could use a break from socializing. With freewheeling Jupiter in your independent 9th house until May 16th, you'll go crazy if you don't carve out space for yourself to travel and explore your personal passions. That might mean kids, parents, and relatives have to step up and support you for a change. Train them to fend for themselves. They can handle it. And stop saddling yourself with the role of entertainment director. When the South Node swings into Libra on July 17th, you could connect to an incredible friend group or one life-changing bestie. Health. Go ahead and mark your calendars for taking it easy during the 2 solar eclipses of the year. There's one in Aries, your 9th house of philosophy, on Thursday, April 20th, and another on Saturday, October 14th in Libra, your 3rd house of communication. While many of us grew up thinking that eclipses are a time to gather outside with our science class, they can be very stressful and bring out anxiety and paranoia in everyone. As a result, it's a great excuse to stay in and catch up on sleep. Because the sun is your ruling planet, solar eclipses can affect you more than other signs. When Pluto retrograde enters Capricorn in your 6th house of health on Sunday, June 11th, it's time to kick bad habits to the curb. And no, this isn't about toxic diet culture. Whether it's not getting enough rest or spending too much time on social media, when Pluto goes retrograde, it asks you to remove what's no longer serving you. This time continues during the full moon in Capricorn in your 6th house of health on Monday, July 3rd. Because eclipses can mean sudden endings. If you don't make healthy changes yourself, prepare for the solar eclipse on Saturday, October 14th to do it for you if you're dragging your feet. But the stars indicate that you'll take control of your well-being this year and end 2023 on a robust note. In particular, you should talk about sensitive health matters when communication planet Mercury enters Capricorn on Friday, December 1st. This transit gets you telling your boss that you need a better work-life balance, finally tackling issues related to therapy, or being honest with your friends that you need to lean on them during the holidays. Virgo. How close is too close for comfort, Virgo? In 2023, you need ample personal space and tight soulmate-level bonds. There are only so many hours in a day, and you want to spend yours on people and pursuits that enrich and transform you. View everything as an investment in 2023. Will you get a good return on the time, money, or energy you put in? Focus on quality over quantity, whether in relationships, work, or life experiences. While your introverted side will crave privacy, a sexy +1 could shimmy behind those velvet Virgoian ropes to join you. Maybe you'll jet off to a far-flung locale together, as travel is a big 2023 theme. Vacation with friends or hit a wellness retreat and start racking up those frequent flyer miles. Then there's a new moon in your sign on Thursday, September 14th, which marks the start of a new cycle. Around this time, you make new friends, go on adventures with your romantic partner, or begin a creative project. Keep listening to see what the stars have in store for you in your love life, friendships, career, and health. Love. As summer fades to fall, you may experience some anxiety about the stability of your relationships. Some Virgos want summer flings to survive cuffing season and become something long-term. Others worry about committed relationships becoming stagnant. And then there are the Virgos itching for the single life. You're likely to get whatever you're after when Venus enters your sign on Sunday, October 8th. Relationships continue to evolve when Juno, the asteroid of commitment, enters Virgo on Tuesday, October 17th. When Juno is in your sign, you reevaluate what commitment means. For some Virgos, this means proposals. For others, it's often overdue realization that it's better to be single and happy than miserable and partnered. Friendship. Learning not to make a romantic partner your everything is part of your assignment for 2023, Virgo. The tarot card that corresponds with your sign is the Hermit. You require space from romantic partners, but you can still bring the crew with you. While making time for friends all year long is important, the summer of 2023 is exceptionally fun. When Mercury enters home-oriented Cancer in your 11th house of friendship on Monday, June 26th, you're inspired to host a tea party, cocktail hour, or other activity that involves healthy gossip and lots of laughs with your chosen family. Continuing this theme, Wednesday, September 13th, is a powerful day for connecting with friends as Vesta, an asteroid associated with the home, enters Cancer in your 11th house of friendship. It's an ideal night for a dinner party, and if you aren't up for cooking, order some pizzas and call it a night. This transit helps you feel more supported and stable in your friendships, making navigating your professional life and romances easier. Your friends are your bedrock. Career. The early days of 2023 mostly see you getting organized, something you're fantastic at. Your primary professional task for the year's first half is to stay calm and patient. If work feels slow, use that to your advantage and catch up on rest. By the time Mercury enters busy Gemini in your 10th house of social status on Saturday, June 11th, you'll be grateful that you did. Some signs get to have a leisurely summer, Virgo, but you might work harder than ever, but you're not complaining. You're able to problem solve when Pallas, the asteroid of wisdom, enters your sign on Monday, July 10th. On the same date, the warrior planet Mars also enters your sign, helping you to stand up for yourself. Opportunities are in front of you, and you're ready to seize them. What's more, you'll see the fruits of your labor when autumn comes around. Is it a wise investment or a risky bet? Play it safe while Jupiter, the galactic gambler, rolls the dice in your big money zone, the 8th house, until May 16th. Yes, buying low is a sound strategy in a bear market, but keep a diversified portfolio. If you're going to purchase NFTs or a fixer-upper property, mix it up with mutual funds or other safer assets. With Pluto heading into Aquarius for a brief preview lap from March 23rd to June 11th, your job interests evolve in a new direction. This powerful cycle lasts for 21 years, so no rush. But start exploring a new field or deepen knowledge in your chosen industry. You could slowly move into a management or leadership role, but stay on your grind. When the South Node settles into Libra from July 17th until January 11th, 2025, you may have to hustle to pay the bills. Who are your truest, bestest friends, Virgo? Since the South Node moved into Scorpio on January 18th, 2022, your inner circle has grown tighter. Until this cycle rounds out on July 17th, let people in slowly and make sure they earn your trust, especially near the May 5th lunar eclipse. You'll be ready to branch out again once Jupiter swings into Taurus on May 16th, activating your worldly, exploratory 9th house for a year. Take a vacation with your BFFs or travel with a group and make some new global connections. Close to home, joining a sports league or book club could be a great way to bond and make friends in your area. Health. A full moon in Libra, the sign of balance, in your 2nd house of possessions, which include emotions, arrives on Thursday, April 6th. You're good at organizing, Virgo. As a result, you know how to compartmentalize emotions. While at times this can be helpful and allows you to be more productive, beware of boxing away difficult feelings or turning healthy boundaries into brick walls that keep out loved ones. By the time the full moon in Brave Aquarius in your 6th house of health occurs on Tuesday, August 1st, you must address tucked away feelings such as unresolved family feuds, lingering feelings for an ex, or insecurities left over from your childhood. This can be hard work, so make sure your support system is in place, whether that's your friends, chosen family, a therapist, or all of the above. The good news is that in 2023, gets most of your most difficult emotional growth out of the way during the first 2/3 of the year. By the time the holidays roll around, you'll feel happy, grounded, and ready to take on 2024. Libra, welcome to 2023, Libra. As long as you don't undergo any serious makeovers while your ruling planet, lovely Venus, is retrograde, this year ushers in plenty of her three favorite things: love, beauty, and abundance. But before she can begin her backward dance, there's a bold full moon in your sign on Thursday, April 6th. This lunation marks the end of a cycle, whether you're done wearing all black, ready to leave a relationship, or wrap up a creative project. Another lunation to note is the new moon and solar eclipse in your sign on Saturday, October 14th. Usually new moons are just exciting times for fresh starts, but because this one comes with a chaotic solar eclipse, use this date to enjoy downtime and catch up on rest. Eclipses are notorious for stirring up drama, and let's be honest, you do plenty of that on your own. Love. The real magic happens in your love life towards the end of the year. On Sunday, August 27th, Mars enters your sign, Libra. Astrologers associate Mars with divine male energy, aggression and sex, and Venus with divine female energy, romance and love. Regardless of our gender, we all contain both Mars and Venusian qualities. Shortly after, when Venus also enters your sign on Wednesday, November 8th, you can most certainly expect to be happy in love. Partnerships are always a priority for you, Libra, but while free-spirited Jupiter roams through Aries until May 16th, no one's clipping your wings. To keep relationships from devolving into a power struggle, fill your shared calendar with active adventures. Novelty releases dopamine, which might be your primary bonding agent this year. Meanwhile, the lunar north node continues its tantric trek through Taurus until July 17th, luring you into new erotic terrain. Get ready, your turn-ons may evolve before your eyes, especially once Pluto dips into Aquarius in your 5th house of romance from March 23rd to June 11th, the beginning of a 20-year cycle. The snug vibes that warmed your heart for the past 15 years could suddenly feel like a too tight suit. Career. Let your money work hard for you, Libra. With the fateful lunar north node in your 8th house of investments until July 17th, learn all you can about emerging tech markets, crypto coins, and NFTs. Yes, even if the bottom seems to have dropped out on these. Libras could make a nice profit on the sale of a property, perhaps near the October 28th lunar eclipse. But your 2023 Libra horoscope calls for you to stick to your budget and keep your sleeves rolled up. On March 7th, industrious Saturn lands in Pisces, giving your 6th house of systems and efficiency a workout. Simplify your processes and you'll see greater profits. You're probably tired of hearing about it by now, but remember, Venus retrograde begins on Saturday, July 22nd and runs through Sunday, September 3rd. Because Venus rules money in addition to love and beauty, if work feels stagnant during these dates, don't be hard on yourself. Blame Venus retrograde. That's what she's there for. But overall, 2023 is a winning year for you, Libra. And if you don't get what you want before Venus retrograde starts, don't give up. You may have better luck when the warrior planet Mars enters your sign on Sunday, August 27th, helping you obtain justice in the workplace. Friendship. We may lose some friends as we grow up, but we also make new ones. You see welcome growth in your social circle when Venus enters home-oriented Cancer on Sunday, May 7th. Embrace and nurture these new friendships because some are built for the long haul. You may wonder how your new friends will get along with your older ones. Around the time when Venus enters confident Leo on Monday, June 5th, you invite them all to an event and are pleased with how well everyone gets along. You're represented by the scales, Libra, and your assignment from summer until the end of the year is to continue to find a balance. This means finding a healthy work-life balance and continuing to make new friends while keeping the old, as the song goes. And when the stressful holidays arrive, expect a fun party with your chosen family on or around December 26th, when there's a full moon in Cancer. You should have plenty of guests present. Health. Astrology shouldn't be used to predict illness or injury. Rather, its primary purpose is to remind us that we must take an active role in our wellness, which includes beauty. The effects of burnout are real, so your primary health assignment for 2023 is to get organized, Libra. The first date worth pointing out is Thursday, January 26th, when your ruling planet, Pretty Venus, enters playful Pisces in your 6th house of health. It's not too late to treat yourself to a New Year's makeover. Remember, you want to avoid making any major changes to your appearance during Venus retrograde, Saturday, July 22nd through Sunday, September 3rd. Opt for hair transformations, whether you switch up your cut, color, or both before or after these dates. Scorpio, ready to turn your power back on? In 2022, many Scorpios went underground and even felt invisible. While your mysterious sign likes to keep people guessing, this felt beyond your control, and it was. Good news for your 2023 Scorpio horoscope. In July 2023, you can emerge from this karmic cocoon, hopefully with stronger relationships and vibrant good health, ready to show the world what they've been missing. But before you leap into the spotlight, make sure your game is tight. Polish your presentation and tweak your talents to compete in the modern marketplace. Training from a pro-level mentor or expert is advised. Relationships could turn super serious in 2023. Is it time to make this one official? The second half of the year sets the stage for that. Just don't forget to have fun. A little lightness goes a long way. But by the time Pluto retrograde ends, your season approaches. The end of 2023 may be the most exciting beginning when your other ruling planet, Warrior Mars, enters your sign on Thursday, October 12th. When Mars is at home in Scorpio, you feel confident, sexy, and ready to assert your needs in all areas of your life. And whether you're asking for a raise or a first date, you'll find that communication flows easily when Mercury enters your sign on Sunday, October 22nd. Then, the next day, on Monday, October 23rd, the Sun enters your sign, kicking off Scorpio season, which lasts through Wednesday, November 22nd. Feel free to consider all of Scorpio season your birthday and celebrate as much as possible. However, the new moon in your sign on Monday, November 13th looks to be extra special as it marks a new cycle. This could indicate a welcome job offer, a hair update, or an extra dose of romance. Half the fun is not knowing what excitement awaits. Keep watching to learn what 2023 has in store for your romances, friendships, career, and health. Love. Serious relationships are a Scorpio's jam, but with weighty Saturn plunking down in Pisces on March 7th, be careful that they don't get so heavy that you forget the romantic parts. During this 3-year Saturn cycle, you're tasked with making magic, one conscious action at a time. That will be easy starting May 16th, when adventurous Jupiter soars into Taurus in your coupled up 7th house. Not only does this bring some breathing room to your bonds, but it might open your mind to new arrangements, such as long distance, cross-cultural, or living apart together. If you're a solo Scorpio, get yourself back into a seductive headspace so that you're in the right vibration to attract love into your life. Start by moving your body and planting yourself in social situations where you can make friends who know someone they can fix you up with. If you're on the fence about a union, you could hit the make it or break it point by the October 28th lunar eclipse. But remember, Scorpio, safe doesn't equal boring. While Pluto is still retrograde, romantic pleasure comes your way during the full moon in sensitive Pisces on Wednesday, August 30th. This is a night to follow your intuition in all love matters. Additionally, pay attention to your dreams for psychic messages around this time. Finally, the lessons that Pluto retrograde taught you about the power of calm during the full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus in your 7th house of partnership on Saturday, October 28th. This chaotic energy is a breeding ground for petty fights, so practice self-care. Don't drink too much, and opt for a chill night alone or simply watch TV with your partner. and don't stress too much. Romantic Venus enters your sign, Scorpio, on Monday, December 4th, offering blessings and love during the final month of the year and reminding you that your love life is on the right track. Friendship. Another transit that could prompt fights within your friend group occurs when aggressive Mars enters detail-oriented Virgo on Monday, July 10th. If someone says something you disagree with, you're not afraid to put them in their place. While this assertive energy is fabulous if you're standing up for a friend or fighting for an important political issue, it could also see you speaking impulsively or rudely. So be aware of your stinger, Scorpio, and only use it if necessary. However, if any changes in your social circle do go down, understand that it's for the best. You're constantly growing and evolving. After all, you're the sign of transformation. Another task the stars ask of you this year is caring less. Not about life, of course, not about what matters, but what other people think. Middle school drama is for middle school. And even if you are in middle school watching this, understand that you deserve better friends than ones who talk behind your back or act passive-aggressively toward you. If you're in a toxic friendship, maybe it's time to skedaddle. And if you're feeling down about your friendships, use the new moon in bold Leo on Wednesday, August 16th to nurture new friends. This is an ideal date to turn acquaintances into deeper friendships over dinner or accept a party invitation and mingle with a new social circle. When loving Venus enters Virgo in your 11th house of friendship on Sunday, October 8th, you feel positive about your friendships, new or old, and ready to protect them at all costs. You're perhaps the most loyal sign of the Zodiac, Scorpio, so when you make a friend up to par, you'll have their back no matter what. From now until the end of the year, you continue to see friendships mature and earn the trust of others through your loyalty. Career. Venus, who rules money in addition to love and beauty, also enters Leo on Monday, June 5th. You receive helpful feedback from a superior at work or someone's opinion who you respect around this date. At times, Scorpio, you can get your feelings hurt easily. So if the feedback is constructive, concentrate on how to use it to create positive change rather than sulking. However, while Pluto is retrograde from Monday, May 1st through Tuesday, October 10th, the main critic that matters is yourself. During this time, you re-examine your relationship to work and your professional value. Are you being adequately compensated? This assertive energy continues when Mars enters Sagittarius, a sign that knows how to get what it wants, and your second house of possessions on Friday, November 24th. Remember, Scorpio, being assertive does not mean whipping out your stinger and burning bridges. And once again, we're living in a time when it seems like everyone is struggling financially, so try not to take it personally if this transit doesn't provide instant gratification. However, the stars indicate that your work pays off, and you will have a reason to celebrate. The year ends on a prosperous note when abundant Venus enters Sagittarius on Friday, December 29th. And once the destiny-fueling North Node heads into Aries on July 17th, you'll have 18 months of accelerated professional growth. Network like it was your side gig from June 5th to October 8th, while Enchanting Venus struts through your elite 10th house. The VIPs could get behind your vision. A past colleague could go to bat for you, while Venus is retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd. Reconnect. Health. As noted, while your other ruling planet Pluto is retrograde from Monday, May 1st through Tuesday, October 10th, you must release bad habits and usher in healthy ones. Of course, this is an ongoing process, so be easy with yourself. It can take time to develop a better sleep schedule, get off your phone, or whatever your wellness goals may be. If Pluto retrograde asks you to remove bad habits, when Ceres, the asteroid of nurturance, enters your sign, Scorpio, on Friday, September 15th, you are tasked with doing the opposite. Instead of removing bad habits, work on cultivating new ones. Having positive, enjoyable goals, such as picking up an instrument or devoting more time to makeup, yes, that does count as self-care, can make it easier to eliminate bad habits. You've got this, Scorpio, and see you in 2024 after you complete another trip around the sun. Sagittarius. Mark Saturday, June 3rd in your calendar, Sag, as the night lights up with a full moon in your sign. This is a lucky weekend for you. Sometimes full moons can be drama-filled, but they also correlate with culminations and manifestation. Much like Sagittarius season later in the year, this lunation is optimal for welcome news and plenty of fun in both your professional and personal life. Your ruling planet Jupiter, the planet of expansion, goes retrograde from Monday, September 4th to Saturday, December 30th. This isn't a cause for alarm. Rather, these few months offer an opportunity for spiritual growth. It's okay if you're not religious. This retrograde simply asks you to check in with yourself. Is there anything that's causing you discomfort? If so, you can plan accordingly to make the changes you wish to see. Don't underestimate yourself, Sag. You're a magical sign who has a way of getting what you want. This holds especially true when Mercury, the messenger of the gods, enters your sign on Friday, November 10th. When the communication planet is in your first house of self, you are able to assert your needs, and others are ready to listen. Your season starts on Wednesday, November 22nd, and runs through Thursday, December 21st. You're always the life of the party, but you have the most fun when it's your party. You've been through a lot lately, from pandemics to economic fallout, so remember to celebrate as much as possible. Tuesday, December 12th looks to be an especially memorable night as it brings a new mood into your sign, rich with possibilities, from blossoming romance to exciting career opportunities. Be aware that Mercury retrograde enters your sign on Saturday, December 23rd, so the holiday season may be more stressful than usual. Simply allow extra travel time, forgive typos, and try not to be the ex who drunkenly slips into anyone's DMs on New Year's Eve. Keep watching to see what 2023 has in store for your love life, friendships, career, and health. Love. Of course, there's much to look forward to in the second half of 2023. In particular, the full moon in Confident Aries on Friday, September 29th sees you exploring undiscovered avenues of pleasure. Whether enjoying something new sexually or letting yourself sleep in, this lunation asks you to treat yourself. If you can, revel in alone time around this date. Once Mars, the warrior planet, enters your sign on Friday, November 24th, people are lining up for your attention. This theme continues during the full moon in attention-loving Gemini on Monday, November 27th. Beware of jealousy from others around this time. If you're already partnered, someone new might show interest. Don't do anything you regret, but it's okay to enjoy harmless flirting. Everything should work out fine as romantic Venus enters your sign on Friday, December 29th. Your New Year's kiss this time will be worthy of a fairy tale. The only question is, who will you be kissing? A romantic renaissance or reckoning. 2023 is sure to bring both. You'll have your hands full of admirers while your ruler, bountiful Jupiter, rolls through Aries and your fifth house of Amour until May 16th. During this heavenly high season, squeeze as many playdates on the calendar as you can. Proposals, weddings, or baby making could be on deck for archers through mid-May, or perhaps a renewed relationship chapter that feels like a second or third honeymoon. Venus goes on an extended tour through Leo in your global 9th house from June 5th to October 8th, making summer ideal for a vacation or a long-distance romance. But be warned, while Venus spins retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd, you could rebel against anything that feels challenging or restrictive. The truth could get slippery then. Don't make promises you can't keep or change your entire life based on a charmer's sweet nothings. Career. Lights, camera, Sagittarius. A long red carpet rolls out for archers in 2023, starting with Jupiter's strut through Aries in your fifth house of fame until May 16th. Don't miss this prime opportunity to increase your reach, whether you're delighting fans with live TikToks or getting your research published in a journal. when Jupiter settles into Taurus on May 16th, it's all systems go, provided you have solid processes in place. Simplify and streamline your workflow so it's easy to step out and shine without having to manage the same mundane matters over and over again. The North Node heads into Aries on July 17th, sending up another call from the cosmos to stretch out your comfort zone and into the public eye. Keep a sensible budget in place. With restrictive Pluto weaving in and out of your money zone this year, stability is as important as visibility this year. However, there are still dates that are most astrologically beneficial for abundance than others. One of those is Monday, July 3rd, during the full moon in hardworking Capricorn and your second house of possessions. Full moons mark manifestation. Capricorn is one of the most career-oriented signs in the zodiac, and your second house of possessions is exactly what it sounds like. The recipe is there, so allow yourself to hope for good news. You're ready to fight your way to the top when Mars enters Perfectionist Virgo on Monday, July 10th. You're a charismatic sign who isn't afraid of hard work, and you're a good negotiator. As a result, you do tend to get what you want, but just be careful to be assertive, not aggressive, Sagittarius. Keep this in mind when Mars enters your sign on Friday, November 24th. When used thoughtfully, this is another date astrologically beneficial to get ahead at work. Just be mindful that you are sometimes an impulsive, hot-headed fire sign. Be careful not to say anything you regret or be rude to coworkers or bosses. Friendship. Overall, the summer points to smooth sailing within your friendships. The only real forecast for drama is when the fighter planet Mars enters justice-oriented Libra on Sunday, August 27th. The combination of the energies is combative. Even if you aren't feuding with anyone, your friends might be. Try not to get sucked into fights that don't involve you. While the new moon in healing Virgo on Thursday, September 14th, sees you making new friends or trying out a new social circle, mark Saturday, October 14th as a night to spend relaxing at home. There's a new moon and solar eclipse in Libra, and as a result, everyone, including you, will feel on edge. Avoid attracting stress by enjoying a low-key night in. As the year comes to a close, there are many opportunities to hang out, especially after loving Venus enters Libra on Wednesday, November 8th. This transit suggests a great time with friends, but it also indicates romance. Uh-oh, Sag, will you make out with a formerly platonic friend before the year ends? Health. Keep in mind that your ruling planet goes retrograde from Monday, September 4th to Saturday, December 30th. This is a time for spiritual growth, so while this is important all year, remember to connect with your support system while Jupiter is retrograde. Whether it's your friends, family, therapist, or all of the above, doing difficult yet essential emotional work is easier when people have your back. Keep them in mind during the full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus on Saturday, October 28th. You might feel lonely around this time, so even though astrologers advise riding out these celestial events alone, you'll feel better with trusted friends at your side. Capricorn. Your 2023 Capricorn horoscope calls for your long reinvention tour to be nearly complete. Since 2008, your sign has been going through a slow but intense inside-out transformation. In spring and summer 2023, you'll get a sneak peek of what life will feel like on the other side as you emerge with new levels of power and influence. You may start putting your money where your morals are and long to make a greater impact with your work. On a personal note, your home is a hub of activity all of 2023 and possibly the site of your next genius innovation. Family ties, especially with female relatives, can reach healthy new levels of honesty. You might hunt for a home or upgrade your current abode. In the second half of the year, love takes top billing as a romantic renaissance sweeps in. This is also a prime period for fame, so get yourself camera ready. The company you keep is crucial now. Preserve those cherished lifelong bonds, but start moving in some new established circles where you can meet industry colleagues who will open doors. For the next couple years, it really is about who you know. Bring your generosity to the party and foster a genuine network that helps each other thrive. Love. Keep on stretching, Capricorn. The destiny-driven North Node lingers in Taurus in your romance house until July 17th, bringing nonstop insights about dating and relating. Once lucky Jupiter arrives in Taurus on May 16th, you'll be Cupid's darling and ready to cash in on all your self-discovery work. Single sea goats might mesh with someone from another culture or spark up a long-distance love affair. No matter what, your 2023 Capricorn horoscope brings on decadence, pleasure, and playtime. A sexy summer is in store as Venus simmers in Leo and your intensely seductive 8th house from June 5th to October 8th. Schedule any State of Our Union conversations before Venus turns retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd, a time that could spin up jealousy and lovers' quarrels. If you're ready for that next big step, this Venus in Leo cycle gives you the courage to leap. On Monday, July 17th, a new moon in Kind Cancer brings the pleasure of long-term relationship energy to any romantic partnerships, even if they're brand new. If new relationship energy is that euphoric feeling early in dating, long-term relationship energy is what can bond you for life. You're endeared by your partner or crushes flaws, so make sure you tell them. However, one day that you should not go near the word flaws is the full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus on Saturday, October 28th. This is a perfect recipe for misunderstandings. Forget the sexy lingerie and opt for cozy pajamas and a good movie during this eclipse. Finally, the year ends on a sweet note as Tuesday, December 26th brings a full moon in Cancer in your 7th house of partnership. You're feeling cheery, at least when it comes to love. Go ahead and allow yourself to embrace the merriness, Capricorn. Friendship. As a grounded earth sign, always remember that you need your friends. Don't be one of those people who neglect their friends once you get into a healthy relationship. While the first few months of the year indicate smooth sailing in your friendships, beware of drama in your group due to the full moon and lunar eclipse in intense Scorpio on Friday, May 5th. If any tension's been building in your social circle, this is the perfect time for it to detonate. If the drama doesn't involve you, get as far away as possible. You give off natural leader vibes, Capricorn. Put them to use when a friend comes to you for help when Warrior Mars enters passionate Scorpio in your 11th house of friendship on Thursday, October 12th. You feel honored that they thought of you, and if anyone is giving your bestie a hard time, you're ready to fight for them. Try to put any issues to rest before the new moon and solar eclipse 2 days later in justice-oriented Libra on Saturday, October 14th. If we don't take care of our business, eclipses do it for us, and not always in a calm manner. Social media will likely be a mess around this time, so sign off. This Saturday is a night best spent with your pet, perhaps with a bit of wine and a good book, but absolutely no tequila shots. Should any drama go down, despite your best efforts, try to laugh it off when Mercury enters Scorpio on Sunday, October 22nd. Remember, a little gossip is fun and harmless, so feel free to spill the tea. Just be mindful of who you talk about. If your friends hear you speaking poorly of someone else that you're close to, they won't be able to trust you and come to you in need. Thankfully, the year ends on a loving note within your chosen family when sweet Venus enters Scorpio on Monday, December 4th. Whether you love or loathe the holidays, you can rest assured that your friends have your back. Career. Simply put, you're allowed to indulge and be proud of all you've accomplished. Pat yourself on the back. You work hard and deserve it. Tuesday, August 1st, during the bountiful new full moon in Aquarius, also indicates manifestation. Your ruling planet, strict Saturn, is retrograde, which actually can help you get things done rather than slow you down, as Mercury retrograde tends to. As a result, you may finish a project you started years ago, or manifest a dream you once put to the side and deemed impossible. Congrats, Capricorn. Most importantly, you're aware of your abilities. You're ready to fight for recognition when Mars enters Libra in your 10th house of social status on Sunday, August 27th. Once again, remember, as long as you're kind and fair, you're allowed to be proud. Do you need more consistency with your income or time to yourself? You may give up some excitement for the ease of a steady paycheck. When the karmic South Node slips into Libra on July 17th, it begins an 18-month trek through your leadership zone. Duty calls, but that crown will get heavy if you don't delegate. You'll connect to all kinds of power players while convivial Venus launches a charm offensive in your 8th house from June 5th to October 8th. If you want to secure funding or a loan, you're in luck, but vet people very carefully and negotiate favorable terms, especially while Venus is retrograde from July 22nd to September 5th. Health. You're ready to advocate for your wellness when Mercury enters Gemini in your 6th house of health on Sunday, June 11th. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to do that in this world, whether finding a way to tell our boss we need a mental health day or dealing with the doctor's office. Later this month, on a lighter note, Sunday, June 18th is a great day to start a routine during the new moon in sexy Gemini. Remember, when we say wellness, we 100% include makeup, hair, and of course, skin. Treat yourself to a fresh haircut, commit to a skin routine, or play with daring makeup looks. One of 2023's most important health transits comes on Monday, November 27th, during the full moon in Gemini, which is the sign represented by the twins. You're someone that always needs a reminder to focus on work-life balance, but that especially rings true during the holidays. So focus on work-life balance during this lunation, and by work-life balance, we mean life. Do something fun, like seeing a loved one or seeing live music, or of course, sleeping. Enjoy the rest of the year and see you in 2024. Aquarius. In the second half of the year, you indulge in beauty rituals again during the full moon in your sign on Tuesday, August 1st. This lunation indicates receiving good news, such as a job offer or a loving message from a romantic interest or partner. You have something to celebrate tonight, and it's okay to pamper yourself so you're feeling your best. Finally, your ruling planet Uranus goes retrograde again on Monday, August 28th, where it will stay until Saturday, January 27th, 2024. You're once again tasked with finding an issue to get real on. But let's be honest, you live for this. You don't like instructions because you walk to the beat of your own drum, but you do care about consistency, making the world a better place. So if that takes you releasing things that are no longer good for you, you're up for the challenge. Keep watching to see what 2023 means for your romances, friendships, career, and health. New friendships, invitations, and even job offers could come in. Whether you accept them or not, take it as an affirmative sign that you've done some tough personal growth work. In 2023, you're ready to reap the hard-earned rewards. Your trailblazing ideas could make you a popular leader in these times. So turn up the volume on your unique personality and quirky concepts. You could gain a fast following. Nonetheless, be careful who you share the reins of power with this spring and summer. You may still be getting your self-confidence sea legs, and a flattering or manipulative person could slip into the inner sanctum unnoticed. Home and family, particularly female relatives, are big focal points in the second half of 2023. Love. Regarding romance, sparks fly early in the year, Aquarius. Romantic Venus enters your sign on Monday, January 2nd. You might be stressed out about work in the early days of 2023, but expect peace on the home front. Your independence is a major part of your identity, but try to let your guard down. Whether it comes from a long-term partner or a potential crush, you receive much-needed loving support from a love interest, which brings joy to both your professional and personal life. Additionally, June should be quite romantic because Venus enters Vain Leo on Monday, June 5th. You find yourself interested in more PDA than usual, and following the themes above, make sure to encourage your love interest when they treat you like gold or do something praiseworthy. You can show your appreciation through physical affection during the new moon in Gemini, Sunday, June 18th, which leaves you feeling adventurous. Keep in mind that Venus is retrograde from Saturday, July 22nd to Sunday, September 3rd. If your love life seems stagnant during these dates, remind yourself that feeling grounded and safe isn't such a bad thing. This can be a hard lesson for a rebellious air sign such as yourself, but remember that stable doesn't mean boring. Finally, circle Monday, November 27th in your calendar. A full moon in attention-loving Gemini helps you manifest a romantic desire into reality. Friendship. Practice positive reinforcement within your platonic friendship too, Aquarius. There are no significant transits affecting your friendships during the first half of the year. However, that's no reason to neglect them. Your chosen family are the ones who will be there for you in thick and thin, through breakups, financial hardships, or whatever else life throws your way. It's your job to nurture them. When Saturday, June 3rd brings a full moon into loud Sagittarius in your 11th house of friendship, now is not the time for a quiet night in. You need to hit the karaoke bars or the club and get into some lighthearted trouble. Beware of gossip when Mercury enters jealous Scorpio on Sunday, October 22nd. Remember, if people hear you talk crap about others, they'll assume that you'll do that to them, and you don't want that reputation. Air signs such as yourself are notorious for gossip, and while a little can be fun and even helpful, it's vital to maintain the trust of your inner circle. Likewise, be careful not to spill a secret when chatty Mercury enters Sagittarius on Friday, November 10th. You may see yourself making new friends during the new moon in Scorpio in your 10th house of social status on Monday, November 13th. This lunation indicates the start of a new cycle as you expand your social circle. Just be careful not to jeopardize any of these new relationships when the fighter planet Mars enters Sagittarius on Friday, November 24th. On a good day, this energy is assertive and great for networking or standing up for others. However, on a bad day, it can lead to impulsively starting fights and saying things you regret. Career. You can look forward to Wednesday, August 30th, which brings manifestation thanks to a full moon in Pisces. Remember, Aquarius, while astrologers can't promise money, some days are more abundant in the stars than others. This is also a great day to practice gratitude. It sounds unrealistic, but it can actually work. If creating a gratitude list feels too much like toxic positivity, start with a resentment list and write down everything that pisses you off. You're feeling ambitious and ready to fight for professional recognition when the warrior Mars enters Scorpio on Thursday, October 12th. Never forget that you deserve proper compensation for your work, Aquarius, even if you have to unionize to get it. And if the stars are to be trusted, get ready for fame, or at least some much-deserved attention or a boost in followers, when Venus, who rules money in addition to love, enters ambitious Scorpio on Monday, December 4th. But just as you're settling into a groove, transformational Pluto darts into Aquarius from March 23rd to June 11th. The warm-up lap of its 21-year circuit through the sign. Don't get so comfortable that you wind up stuck in a rut. Pluto draws out your competitive nature and makes you a shrewd investor. Go beyond 9-to-5 thinking. Money could flow in from property, inventions, and even inheritances over the next 2 decades. The Scorpio lunar eclipse on May 5th may bring a plum offer from on high. Health. You find yourself setting healthy intentions during the new moon in Cancer on Monday, July 17th. Get organized with a budget. Makeup and skincare can be expensive, but there are affordable options as well. And a sleep schedule to ensure that you get your rest. While your ruling planet Uranus goes retrograde on Monday, August 28th, where it will stay through the end of the year, your assignment is to identify something you love, such as an adventurous makeup look, and wear it proudly without fear of what others think. You'll find that the more you match your beauty and wellness routines to how you feel on the inside, the more compliments you get. And speaking of healthy attention, the full moon in Cancer on Tuesday, December 26th, indicates loving affection coming your way, sending you glowing into the new year. Pisces. An indie business, a new home, or a fresh start? You'll break ground in March 2023, and over the next 2 years, rise into new levels of leadership and self-reliance. In the meantime, there's money to be made, and you can earn a great living doing what you love this year. Pursue your passions while patiently cultivating your sense of self-worth. A secure partner in business or love, maybe both, could stand out from the crowd. New friendships and kindred spirit connections can pop up in the second half of 2023. Branch out. Love. Love without limits might be the Pisces preference, but as boundary hound Saturn settles into your sign on March 7th, you'll be singing a different tune. The ring taskmaster hasn't visited you since 1994 through 96, so this is a new groove. During this 3-year cycle, everything must be weighed, measured, and meted out wisely, including your affections. Keep your heart open, but embrace Saturn's lessons of discernment and energy conservation. The biggest hurdle? Facing down people-pleasing and codependency, and learning to say no to the ones you love. Venus brings another boost in the healthy relationships department from June 5th to October 8th, taking an extended tour through Leo in your mindful, revitalizing 6th house. Prep yourself. Venus will be retrograde from July 22nd to September 3rd, a time when clear relationship rules are a must. When Mercury also enters healing Virgo in your 7th house of partnership on Friday, July 28th, not only will you be ready to express your own desires, but you're reminded of the importance of checking in with your partner to ensure that their needs are met as well. During fall, you see fresh starts in your love life during the new moon in Virgo on Thursday, September 14th. If you've been holding onto a grudge over something petty, drop it around this time. It's just not worth it, Pisces, and deep down, you're wise enough to know that. After you let any lingering resentments go, expect a flurry of romance when lover planet Venus enters Virgo on Sunday, October 8th. If it's been a while since you've been out on a date, do so on this night. Yes, even if it's a school night and even if you're solo. Whether you're dining alone or with your bae, it's important to get out of the house, Pisces. Finally, the year comes to a climax, pun intended, during the full moon in Cancer on Tuesday, December 26th. It's okay to give into some cheesy holiday romance. This lunation sees you getting what you want out of love, whether that's spending the holidays with a partner or, conversely, permission to skip any awkward family functions and bring in the new year with your best friends. Career. You often appear too calm and wise to care about things like fame or followers, but deep down, you crave recognition, especially when you've earned it. You should receive professional praise around the full moon in assertive Sagittarius and your 10th house of social status on Saturday, June 3rd, so make sure to celebrate this weekend. Another lunation that could prove fruitful is Friday, September 29th, which brings a full moon in Aries and potential money manifestation. Even if you don't see direct cash flow around this time, this transit encourages frank conversations about money, particularly wage transparency, and even unionizing if you aren't in one already. Put your focus on a clear goal and humbly forge ahead. Earnings could increase while abundant Jupiter tours your money zone, Aries, until May 16th. After July 17th, the Libra South Node helps you stabilize with investments from real estate to digital assets. Cooperative ventures could spark up mid-year, and while these deals may be short-term, they're bound to be profitable. As 2023 starts to close, Friday, November 10th, and the weekend that follows is lovely for networking as the communication planet Mercury enters Sagittarius, a star sign that knows how to negotiate. The rest of the year points to calm on the work front. Just be aware that Mercury retrograde enters Sagittarius in your 10th house of social status on Saturday, December 23rd, so this is likely not the best time to ask for more money. People are often too distracted by the holidays around this time of year anyway. Friendship. As the many dates noted above indicate, 2023 is a massively important year for your love life, Pisces. If you've been feeling like you keep striking out, the stars say you have so much romance coming your way that there's no need to worry. However, our culture tends to put too much pressure on our love and sex life. Don't forget about some of the most important relationships, which are your friendships. This is on your mind when Pluto, the lord of the underworld, currently in retrograde, enters Capricorn in your 11th house of friendship on Sunday, June 11th. Not only does this transit remind you that your friendships need nourishment, but you might even find yourself falling in love with one of them. Pluto is all about transformation. This transit could see you looking at someone in a new light. You need to set aside dates just about nurturing platonic relationships. One of these is Monday, July 3rd, which brings a full moon in Capricorn, a sign that may work hard, but plays even harder. On this date, or if you're stuck to a weekday work schedule the weekend prior, gather all your besties and enjoy a night out. Full moons are wild, primal times, and it's okay to let loose during this lunation. Just be nice to everyone and don't get into any serious trouble. Health. Thankfully, even amid a health journey, you feel like a god or goddess when pretty Venus enters Leo in your 6th house of health on Monday, June 5th. This occurs before Venus retrograde and is an ideal time for long and luxurious baths, elaborate new skincare routines, and experimenting with different makeup looks. Then, when Messenger Mercury enters Leo on Tuesday, July 11th, you get another helpful boost from the stars regarding communicating your wellness needs and boundaries. Finally, mark Wednesday, August 16th in your calendar, as this brings a new moon ideal for setting healthy intentions, such as finally going to the dentist, picking up a new hobby, or committing to a skincare ritual. We hope this gives you insight into the second half of 2023 and sets you up for success in all areas of your life. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our newest videos. Advise riding out these celestial events alone. You'll feel better with trusted friends at your side.